The house on Route 47, a real American mystery. If you haven't heard this story, then you've missed something truly real. What you're about to hear isn't fiction, it's based on real events, hidden evidence, and recordings that were never meant to be found. So don't skip, because the ending of this story might just find you. Let's begin. In the summer of 2019, a young couple, Mark and Elena Harris, moved into a small, forgotten house on Route 47, Illinois. It wasn't special, just a plain white house beside an empty road and a dying cornfield. But locals called it the house that waits. At first, life felt normal. Quiet evenings, coffee on the porch, the distant sound of trains that seemed to echo forever. Everything was fine, until the morning Mark found a note on the porch. It said, "Welcome home, Elena. We missed you." Mark laughed it off, but Elena's face went pale. She had never told anyone, not even Mark, that she had lived on Route 47 as a child. In this exact same house. That night, she couldn't sleep. The house creaked with every breath of wind. At 3:12 a.m., she heard footsteps, slow, heavy, on the porch. Mark ran outside with a flashlight, but no one was there. Only another note, this time taped to the door. "Don't go upstairs." Now think for a second, if you saw a note like that outside your house, would you stay? Comment your answer below, because most people wouldn't. But they did. Elena convinced herself it was a prank. Mark decided to prove it. He bought 4 small cameras and placed them around the house. One in the living room, one in the kitchen, one in the hallway, and one in the attic. He wanted evidence, proof that the noises were just in their heads. That night, Elena heard humming. Soft, faint, like a little girl singing upstairs. But the attic door was locked, they'd never opened it. At exactly 3:12 a.m., one of the cameras glitched. For 2 seconds, the screen flashed, showing a shadow behind Elena, standing perfectly still. A girl, smiling. Mark ran upstairs, the attic door was locked tight. When he forced it open, dust fell from the ceiling. Inside, everything was still, except for one thing. Someone had drawn a symbol on the wall, a circle with 3 lines crossing it. They didn't understand what it meant. But police later confirmed, it matched a mark from a missing person case. From 1989, that case was Elena's mother. Before we go on, if you're still here, don't forget to subscribe. Because what happens next was never released to the public. You won't find this version anywhere else. The next morning, Elena refused to stay another night. They packed their bags and checked into a motel nearby. Mark promised he'd return alone to collect their things. He arrived around sunset. The front door was open, swinging gently in the wind. On the floor were muddy footprints, leading toward the basement. He followed them down with a flashlight. Halfway down, the light flickered and died. He pulled out his phone, recording everything. "Hello," he whispered. No answer. Just the sound of water dripping. Then a voice, faint, echoing from the dark, said, "We're home now." That was the last thing he ever said on camera. Police found the phone 2 days later, still recording in the basement. No sign of Mark. But here's where it gets worse. The video had already uploaded to his cloud storage, automatically. The final frame showed the basement door slowly closing, and a pale hand pressing against it from the inside. Now, before you think this is just a ghost story, listen carefully. In 2021, the house was sold again, to another couple from Missouri. They lasted exactly 2 weeks. Neighbors said the new wife looked just like Elena. And every night, at 3:12 a.m., the lights in the attic turned on. Even though the electricity had been disconnected for years. Still listening? Don't skip. Because what happened next connects everything. Last year, a YouTuber investigating haunted places visited Route 47. His name was Caleb Hart. He went live from inside the same house, walking through empty rooms, whispering to his audience. "Guys, it's freezing in here," he said. Then he laughed nervously. "There's someone upstairs." The live chat exploded, Viewers said they saw a woman standing behind him. Caleb turned, but the feed glitched. Then silence. The livestream ended after 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Police found his camera the next day. The last frame, a reflection of a smiling woman in the window. Her face matched Elena Harris. And now, a question: if the person you loved started hearing voices, would you stay to help them, or run before it's too late? Comment below. I want to know what you'd do. Today, Route 47 is still closed at night. Locals say the house is empty, but sometimes, they hear two people talking inside. A man and a woman. And every once in a while, a child humming upstairs. Some say it's just stories. Others believe the house records every sound, every life that enters, and replays it. Like the house is trying to remember who it belonged to. And if that's true, then maybe Mark and Elena never left. Maybe they just became part of the story. Part of the house that waits. If you've listened this far, don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Because the next story might come from somewhere near you. Somewhere that's still waiting. Mysterium is watching.